Hello everybody, and welcome to yet more Satisfactory. In the last episode we began building this, basically our next power production. And we've done basically the fuel processing. But now we have to do the turbofuel production. And thinking about actually putting that, like building a whole nother level on top of all this and putting that up there. And then I think probably on this side we'll have buffer storage for our turbo fuel that we're making, and then on that side we'll straight ahead I'm thinking putting the power production. But on this side we're gonna make compacted coal, and actually that's going to be fairly interesting because one moment. So over here, this is basically the online map of my current, this is a Satisfactory calculator, and I put my world save into here, and of course, basically this, all of this here, well, this is our current fuel production, and this is literally all what's making our rubber and our plastic. And that's the train station, the train track that goes to our base. And this is what we built in the last episode. And in order to get the coal and the sulfur, that's going to be interesting. It's basically all the nearest ones look like several hundred meters away. Like there's a whole bunch over here and over here, but and there's also more over here. Though I'm thinking possibly after this episode, it's gonna depend on what the popular request is, but I'm possibly considering doing a live stream in which I build a train line, or which I set up. First I'll set up mining at these nodes, the sulfur node. I might go over to get that sulfur node and also all these coals. And then perhaps building a train line from here through to like here. And then I might go through this canyon and then go out to our factory over here. And I might just do the live stream anyway, but in this episode we're gonna build the turbo fuel production and the compacted coal, which is what will require the coal and sulfur. So anyway, let's go back to our in-game view. Anyway, let's get building, shall we? Also figured I'd build a way to get to the top, so I don't have to jetpack every time. Man, these walkways are finicky. I'm gonna put it here instead. Well, before we work up there, let's make a way to actually get the fuel up here. Okay, there's our fuel storage. Now I just have to get it up to the next floor. Well, through much finagling, I managed to actually build the pipes from these tanks to these tanks. And even here it's still fuel, and although up here we're going to do all of our processing to convert it into turbofuel, which we can actually start laying out right now, I think. We're gonna need more resources. Well, I'll be right back. So these are going to be our refineries that'll be making our turbo fuel. And we're going to need about 36 in total. Well, I did start recording the building of this, but took me much longer than anticipated. I've probably have recorded 2 hours in total, but this is pretty much the entire second step and actually our final product done. So basically I think this is 38 refineries are taking our fuel that was made on the bottom level, as well as compacted coal, which we still have yet to build the production for. And it's gonna make a ton of turbo fuel. Like, it's gonna be over 600 per minute. Probably somewhere between 600 and 700 per minute we're gonna be getting from this. My math could be wrong, but I believe it'll be enough to run around 140 to 150 fuel generators, which should get us easily over 20 gigawatts of power. I mean, I really want to say that's going to be all the power we're going to need, but as we scale up our factory even more, before we know it, we're probably going to be using up all this power as well, and by that point we should have plenty of nuclear power, so I'm not too worried about that. But over here, I think before I end this episode, we're gonna build the compacted coal production, and over there I'm gonna put a whole bunch of these storage tanks, which will be our buffer for our turbo fuel. And according to my off-camera math, we're gonna need approximately 22 assemblers. And this is actually going to require more than a single Mark IV conveyor belt can provide. So, about partway down this chain, I'm gonna have to split the line and then have double lines coming in. Okay, now that's finally done. And basically how I set it up is, of course, since we don't yet have Mark V belts, I'm using a bunch of Mark IV belts, but anyway, coal and sulfur will go on these lines. Then it'll all get made into compacted coal, and then that'll all go along this whole line that wraps around the outside. And since again we're a bit over the capacity of a Mark IV belt, I'm using 2, and it worked out the last 6 of these are going onto a second line from the rest of them. And then I have to split these 2 off. Like this line goes to most of our turbo fuel production, and then the remaining bit of it is supplied by the second line. And that basically just leaves our buffer, which I'm probably just gonna chain of like probably 10 tanks together or more. And with that, I guess we'll bring the end of this episode, because I've been recording in total probably 4 to 5 hours today. And thank you all for watching this video. This has been me, Dusty Circuit, here to bring more Satisfactory, and like if you've liked the video. If you liked it, remember to subscribe, stay tuned for more of my content, and peace out. Bye.